thank you for joining us in our very first apprenticeship graduation celebration event. So really glad you guys are here tonight. I'm Mark Swinney. I'm Director of Business and Manufacturing Programs, working with all three apprentice programs. So welcome to our electrical apprentices, families, and guests, and congratulations on reaching a milestone in the journey of your career as an electrician. I commend you for your hard work to get where you are right now, and I'm glad we have this time to recognize that together. And I do want to thank Plaid Electric for their generous gift to each apprentice of a toolkit, lunchbox, and gift card. If you haven't received yours yet, please stop by Canyon County Center to pick it up or coordinate with Jim Webb afterwards. And I think everybody knows Jim's face and what he looks like. I also want to say a big thanks to our operations staff and student success coaches for planning this event and making it possible. Round of applause for these guys. And now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Bill Stokes, owner of Rundle Electric. And Bill has been a big advocate for electricians for over 24 years and serves on our electrical technical advisory committee. And Bill is so dedicated to be here tonight. He's lost probably 95% of his voice. And so he is still here to give you guys a message. And I'll turn it over to Bill. Bill Stokes.
Mark, you're absolutely right. I have lost my voice. I've been asked to talk 3 to 5 minutes, but since I've lost my voice, it's probably going to be 10 minutes. Anyways, just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting all the graduates here. It's a lot of hard work where you work during the day and you have families or whatever, and it's a hard way to do things. And so I just want to, thank all the parents, family, friends, whoever, for supporting the electricians. And so the second thing I'd like to talk about is the career as a journeyman. That's the next step. You'd like to see you take your journeyman's license. And the reason why is up here there's HVAC and the plumbing, but I'm partial because the electrical, there's just so much happening with that, meaning solar, the green, there's just so much potential out there. And boy, I wish I was in my 20s again, because I love it. I see the potential and the direction you're going to go. And so that's why you need to move on, get your journeyman license. And for myself, I was a journeyman for 12 years, and then I just love electricity. And so I decided to go back and get my electrical engineering degree. And I was kind of in the same boat. I worked as a contractor, and then I went to Boise State. It took me 6 years. And then my wife finally said, let's just get this thing over with. And so it was full time. And that's when I got my best grades. And with that, I had some really good job opportunities and with Idaho Power Engineers, because I was a journeyman and they also had an engineering degree. But my passion for being an electrical contractor, I stuck with it. And my wife was ready to divorce me. And so, but I guess what I'm pressing here is don't stop on what you're doing with your education, because the potential is out there for even more. And so you want to try to expand upon that. And I see it. We do a lot of work for the school districts. And with my background and knowledge of electricity, that's why they're always calling us. And so, I guess the next thing would be, we just talked about my passion for electrical, and I'd like to see, don't stop here, just keep moving forward, because that's where the technology's going. So, okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bill, for being here. We truly appreciate it. All right. Though, to my knowledge, not here tonight, I do want to recognize one of our past graduates, Travis Page, for going on to achieve his associate's degree in applied technology and apprenticeship. And if you're interested in pursuing this opportunity, please talk to Marie Ward, your student success coach, or grab a flyer on your way out. Now is the time what we've all been waiting for. So, all right. So it's time to recognize our current graduates and present those in attendance with your completion certificates. To honor all students, as we have some participating virtually, we will read off all the graduates' names. You want to go to our places? If you're here in the room with us, when your name is called, please make your way to the right front side of the room and meet Marie Ward right there. And then she'll usher you through the line and we have a whole process. So if your name's, whoops, oh my goodness. We're gonna need this. Thanks. I can do it real quick. So when your name is called, just line up with Marie and then she'll get you through the line to get your certificate. So that was just a demonstration of the importance of electricity. You need batteries. It was intended. And so I'm glad. I want to make you guys feel important in what you do. Ben, I say that jokingly, but it is hugely important. So we do our very best with the pronunciation of your name, and Glenn will be reading off the names. She does a great job of it. But my apologies in advance if we don't get it 100% correct. Know that we are trying really hard to get it right. And now for the graduates.
Ryan Allen.
My boy Blue.
Brandon Anderson. Logan Anderson.
Not here, it's my brother.
Sullivan Andrews.
And also family and friends, if you want to take pictures too, it's a good time to do that too as well. Yeah.
Aaron Arculeta. Gabriel Valderas. John Ball. Jansen Benjamin. Hunter Berman. Han Bo. Michael Bland. Travis Breeden. Evan Brody. Asa Boomenlack.
Guys' hands are going to be hurting when this.
Michael Burns. Shanoa Carroll. Jonathan Casper. Donald Chalfont. Taylor Conlon. Kurt Connor.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, Kurt.
Cash Cook. Adam Kuchis. David Poulter. Justin Crane.
All right, Justin.
Face with
Good job.
Wilder Cross. Desi DeVocht. Mitchell Euclair. Jacob Edgington. Chase Eisen. Amanda Fairfeld. Cody Fisher. Taylor Fletcher. Jordan Freites. Antonio Fry. Jacob Fulweiler. Emmanuel Galicia. Charles Gilbert. Jacob Gillish. Eric Gomez. Victor Gonzalez. Alex Green. Joshua Grimmett. Jason Halderman. Jake Halderman. Jacob Hardy. Carter Hart. Coulter Hill. Malachi Hoagland.
Congratulations.
Tanner Holt. Zachary Holtree. Braxton Homer. Devin Howard. Levi Hunsinger. Cody Jacobs. Martin Johnson. William Johnson. Joel Jones. Jared Justinson. Anmal Sean Kapoor. Matthew Ketchum. Mark Kotelnikov. James Lake. Nicholas Lemus. Daniel Neetham. Michael Lopez. Michael Milan. Logan Mallard. Avery Manovich. Ross March. Henry Mason.
Everybody must know it.
Cole Mellon. Mark Melton. Bo Merritt. Scott Miller. Aaron Mitchell. Alexander Moskowin. Rory Mosman. Gavin Nickel. Charles Nixon. Tyler Norman.
Making me work. Right, they're gonna make you work for it.
Derek Orr. Eric Osgood. John Overton.
Talk to you today, I believe.
Nicole Peterson.
Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Garrett Pollock. Derek Post. William Ramsey.
There you go.
Stuart Rasmussen. Spencer Rosencrantz. Harry or Johnny Rouch. Ulysses Ruiz Sandoval. Scott Ryan. Jose Sanchez. Eric Sicho. Kip Shathau. Christopher Shockey. Benjamin Summer. Joshua Stanley.
There you go. Okay.
Riley Stapleton. Richard Steele. Peter Sterling. Ezzy Strobel-Halt. Cody Sutton. Christopher Tedder. William Tracy. Ishmael Vasquez.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Lance Waldemer. John Walsh. Keenan Weiskircher. Nathan Wells. Aaron Wheeler. Rodney White. Matthew Williams. Kenneth Winters. Brian Wentz. Thomas Weimer.
Yeah, we'll finish then. So congratulations and last big round of applause for all the graduates. I know what hard work it is Thank you for joining us tonight in our very first apprenticeship graduation celebration event. We're really excited to have you here tonight. And welcome to our HVAC apprentices, families, and guests. And congratulations on reaching a milestone in the journey of your career as an HVAC technician. I commend you for your hard work to get where you are right now, and I'm glad that we can recognize that together. I do want to thank a special thanks to Johnstone Supply for their generous gift of tool bags, Gary Pacific for extensive discount certificates, and Codell for workwear items for each apprentice. If you haven't received yours yet, please see Jerry Stafford at the registration table, or afterwards, he's right here. And you can pick yours up tonight, as I understand it, or if not, then you need to go at the Canyon County Center. And also a big thanks to our operations staff and our student success coaches for planning this event and making it possible. A round of applause for those guys. And now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Dennis Fox, owner of Fox Heating and Cooling. Dennis has been in the HVAC field since 1985 and is a big advocate for the HVAC trade and those who work in it. Dennis Fox.
Well, I want to say thank you to Mark and to Jerry for inviting me here tonight. So thank you. Hey, everybody. I bet you're happy to be here and finally be finished with school. Let's hear it. Are you ready? Well, we told me that I only have an hour to talk, so I've got to get right to it. I've got some slides and everything. I want to go over psychometrics and we'll get right into it. Okay. So anyways, I'm just kidding. Congratulations. Very seriously. Big deal. You should be happy. Your friends, your family should be very proud of you. Okay, this is a big deal. My name is Dennis Fox, and along with my wife, Kathy, we own Fox Heating and Cooling. I'm sure many of you, like me, did not enjoy high school, and I didn't plan on going to a four-year college, but ended up choosing the HVAC field. I went through a program very similar to this. I completed mine. It was a 2-year program, and I started this program before most, if not all of you were born that would do this class, okay? I started my program in 1983 and been going strong with it ever since. Yes, that's 40 years ago. That's the same time I met my wonderful wife. And she's been on this crazy and awesome road that the HVAC industry has brought us through. I lucked out and found something that I love, that I'm good at, and has kept me interested the whole time. And then I also like the HVAC field too. So that's enough about me for right now. So with a show of hands, how many of you have been working in the trade for at least 1 year? Okay, keep them up. How many for 2 years? 3 years? 4 years? Okay. Out of the ones with your hands up, how many of you taken your journeyman's test? Why not? All right, what you need to do is tomorrow, sign up, get your application in, get it done. All right, you're ready. Do it. Okay. And if you fail, who cares? Take it again. All right. Because bottom line, our industry and our community need you. All right. You guys have chosen a great path, and it's just beginning. Sorry, I'm having to flip through this. So you've chosen an industry that will offer you a lifelong career with lots of opportunities. Guys, come on in and just find a seat. Remember, it's up to you to take charge and to make it happen. You started the schooling, now take the test, okay? And yes, I said you've started the schooling because it is just begun. Over the past years, I've been to countless seminars, classes, trainings, certifications. I've been involved with industry organizations like ASHRAE, RSES. I went to a class on new refrigerant and gas piping just last week. I'm scheduled to go to a boiler class by the end of the week. So there's always stuff to be doing that's new. If you find yourself getting bored, just look around. There's always a new avenue that you can travel down. There's so many opportunities in our trade. It is awesome. And by the way, you've picked the best trade. So unlike plumbers, electricians, welders, framers, etc., and I'm not trying to piss anybody, but when you think about it, we get to experiment with it and experience all of it because we get to weld, we solder, we build metal, we troubleshoot high and low voltage electrical systems, play with refrigerant, design control systems, install ductwork, modify buildings, use cranes, and countless other cool and fun things to do. So there's lots of neat things to do. But most importantly, we provide comfort to our community. We keep food from spoiling. We allow computers to operate in data centers. We keep your grandma and grandpa warm in the winter and cool in the summer. We get to do some cool shit. And now you're all part of this great industry. And we're all going to see lots of big changes in our field in the very near future. How many of you heard of decarbonization? Okay. How many of you have heard of electrification? Okay. How about global warming potential, or GWP? All right. Well, these topics, along with others, are currently changing our industry, whether you believe in them or not. It's here. I remember when they were first talking about phasing out R22, an old refrigerant. I didn't believe it. It's like, there's no way that's going to happen. Well, next year, they're phasing out R410A. So it's changing. And you can thank GWP, global warming potential. Remember, our systems consume most. I'm sorry, I thought I misplaced myself there. Remember, our systems can consume most of the energy in buildings, industrial plants, data centers, and homes. And believe me when I tell you that ASHRAE, along with the Department of Energy, are focused on reducing energy consumption and carbon production. The bullseye is on us for buildings and homes. I won't go political. So what's the positive side of all this? New technology, crazy new technology. We just installed a system this week that you walk up to it as you get close to it with your phone, Bluetooth connects, and we're getting temperatures, pressures, all kinds of stuff. Technology, more efficient systems, and all kinds of opportunities for all of us. It's truly an exciting time to be coming into this industry. Sorry, guys, I didn't plan on holding the microphone. I'm almost done. Some things to remember. Take the journeyman test, okay? Don't wait. Don't say, well, I'm not ready. Just go take it. You may become an expert at what you do, but you'll never know it all. You'll always be learning. You're going to break things, and that's okay, as long as you learn from your mistakes. Your integrity is your responsibility. You will be tested and put in situations and to make tough decisions. Make the right choice no matter what it is. Your morals and your ethics are what count. And in closing, I want to say that even though I don't know you, I am very proud of you for getting this far. And again, most importantly, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dennis. That was really a great speech, hit on all the great topics, and it was, I think, motivational and gives our apprentices something to look forward to. So thank you very much again. All right, now I've lost my place too. It's a common theme here. Turning pages. All right. We seem to have locked them. Oh.
That's a good slide to be on.
Yeah. Dennis did that when he was up here, so y'all could see the Fox Heating and Cooling logo longer, so. All right, so now is the time to recognize our current graduates and present those in attendance with your completion certificates. To honor all students, as we have some participating virtually, we will read off all the graduates' names. If you're here in the room with us, when your name is called, please make your way to the right front side of the room and where Melinda DeLeon is, and she'll give you your certificate, and then go and shake hands with Jerry and get your photo taken. And so family, this is also a good time if you're wanting to shoot a photo of your apprentice as they get their certificate. We do our very best with the pronunciation of your name, and Glenn does a great job of it, but my apologies in advance if we don't get it 100% correct. Know that we are really trying hard to get it right. And now for the graduates.
Brian Aggie,
All right, Brian.
Canyon Ashley, Nicholas Ashworth, Jacob Bain, Jacob Benson, Benjamin Blake,
Show your.
Oh,
Is there one that you want to be in?
Autobahn.
Yeah. Yeah, congrats.
Thanks so much.
Clifford Bledsoe,
Thank you, Jerry.
James Blood,
Thank you. Thank you. Where my crew?
Perfect.
I feel like we need one of those sound meters for James.
Artur Bondarenko,
All right, on.
Tom Broden, Ellis Bueller, Igor Bukanstov, Seth Burnett, Ashton Burton, Warren Carl, Spencer Casper, James Cobb, Israel Concepcion, Leonardo Cruz, Kane Cunningham, Chloe Davis, Lloyd Davis.
Yeah.
The attic guy.
Thomas DeCiccio,
I know.
Deegan Donnelly, Robert Dowdell, Alex Duda. Penny Dudgeon. Zachary Dunn. Ben Early.
The man, the man.
Levi Ewing. Case Ball. Daniel Vincent. Tyler Giambruno. Joshua Glauner. Scott Gray. Joseph Hammond. Jason Hodges. Skylar Johns. Kenneth Justison. Juan Lugo. Jacoby Miller. Frederick Moniz. Logan Moser. Adam Muntz. Joshua Nielsen. Quinton Noya. Isaiah Olmos. Alan O'Reilly. Joshua Phelps. Sergio Rangel. Stephen Rhodes. Christopher Shoemaker. Austin Simeone. Riley Simeone. Robert Scuccio. Shane Stone. Austin Stewart. Ken Tokowitz. Ethan Tolliver.
One more after that, huh? Perfect, congratulations.
Juan Torres. Sergey Cheesma. Ryan Vanderwood. Clayton Weiner. I did say it right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You ready? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Brandon Welchel. Hayden Whitmer.
And was there anybody that might have came in the room afterward, their name was called? Okay, I thought I saw you. So come on down.
Get your picture.
Do you mind letting us know your name? Israel Concepcion. So big hand for Israel. Yes. All right. Thank you, Ezra. All right, a big round of applause for all of our graduates. Thank you for joining us in our very first apprenticeship graduation celebration event. It's really good to see you here tonight, and welcome to our plumbing apprentices, families, and guests. And congratulations on reaching a milestone in the journey of your career as a plumber. I commend you for your hard work to get where you are right now, and I'm glad we get to recognize that together. I do want to thank Ferguson Supply Company for their generous gift of tool bags, Keller Supply for utility knives, Milwaukee for tape measures, and Moen for faucet manuals for each graduating apprentice. If you haven't pictures up yet, you can do so over at Canyon County Center or see Ray Kuhn afterwards. So Ray's here at the front. I think you guys all recognize him by now. And also big thanks to our operations staff and student success coaches for planning this event and making it possible. Let's hear a round of applause for them. Now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Lee Bassard, project executive at UMC. Lee got his start as a carpenter apprentice, interesting enough, in 2006. And then during the downturn economy, saw the light and went to plumbing. So in 2011. And through his work with UMC, the company specializes in multifamily housing and hotels. I got to speak to Lee a little bit before this, a huge advocate for plumbers and the trade. And so please join me in welcoming Lee to talk to you guys.
Yes, I started as a plumber, but don't, as a carpenter, don't hold it against me. So congratulations to all of you. I know all of you have your own unique journey to get through your apprenticeship, like what brought you there, what got you through it. But one thing that you all have in common is that you put in a lot of hard work, effort, and commitment to get there. So you should all be proud of yourselves. It's a big accomplishment. I think plumbing is one of the most overlooked trades. I remember when I was first getting into plumbing, I can't count how many people, when I told them I was a plumber, they said, "Oh, so you fix toilets?" Like, after like the 10th time, I was like, there's a lot more to plumbing than just fixing toilets. There's a lot more to service than just toilets. There's a lot more to plumbing than just service. There's, new construction, there's residential, commercial, you have gas, you have hydraulics, you have water, you have DWV, you have copper, PVC, ABS. There's so many things that's just so unique. That's a lot more than people will get to see. I mean, all the pipes are in the wall. And as far as my kids know, when they flush the toilet, it just goes down into the floor. It's magic, right? But I think what's unique to construction compared to a lot of other fields is that construction is unique, that at the end of the day, you can see what you accomplished. You can walk away and see like, oh, I made a difference. Yeah, I hear you're building this valley like nobody's business. And I got to do jury duty last year, and there was a pretty mixed group. Some guys were engineers. There was a couple of executives or kind of like techie businesses, and we were talking, like between like jury breaks, and they asked me what I do, something about some of the projects I did, and they're like, man, you're just so blessed that you get to do that kind of work. Like, I would love to do that kind of stuff, but I'm too old now. Or, one guy, he actually stopped his engineering career and started working for himself, remodeling houses. And, when I talk to my friends, like, there's just something unique about construction that not many jobs you get to see what you do and just put in an honest day's work, and it's just honest money. You don't have to, you put in an honest day's work and you get an honest paycheck back. So yeah, like you mentioned, like when I journeyed out in 2009, it's a very different climate than you guys have right now. Like, it's super busy out here. It's exploding. Not enough workers for the amount of demand. We're dealing with it at UMC, and every other contractor is dealing with it as well. When I journeyed out in 2009, the company that I was with, I had spent more than half my apprenticeship with, and they had laid off half of their workforce. And it wasn't until a couple of years later that they're like, hey, if you need to go to the dentist or the doctor, you should do that now, because we don't have any more work for you, right? And I was one of 3 guys left in the entire company. And so that was crazy. The company's still in business now, but it was a really rough time. And so with, keeping this short, like whether things are booming or whether they're slow, there's always going to be ups and downs. But one thing I would just encourage all of you guys to do is to become the ideal team player. Our CEO is really big on the book, The Ideal Team Player. And I encourage you all to read it. The Cliff Notes is that an ideal team player has 3 qualities. They're humble, they're hungry, and they're smart. So you're humble, you don't think of yourself as more highly than you should. You want to work to contribute to the team. You are willing to stop and listen. You're hungry, you want to excel. You're not complacent. You're not finding a place to hide on a job site, because some of the job sites are big and it's easy to hide. You're putting in an honest day's worth of work, and then you're smart, not just the intelligence that you have naturally, but people smarts is something that goes way further than just having any kind of construction trade skills and knowledge. So learning how to interact with people, to draw out the best in your teammates, to contribute, and to never stop learning. And if you can become the ideal team player, you'll be successful, whether the economy is fast and booming or whether it's slow and in a slump. So congratulations, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Lee, for your words with us. And I'll be able to take away humble, hungry, and smart, right?
Yeah.
So easy to remember is something that you can carry with you in your career. So thank you so much. All right. Before we go any further, to my knowledge, they're not with us tonight, but I do want to recognize 2 of our past graduates, Keaton Hess and Eric McCray, for going on to achieve their associate's degree in applied technology and apprenticeship. If you're interested in pursuing this opportunity, please talk to Melinda DeLeon right over there, your student success coach, or grab a flyer on your way out. All right, now is the time that we've been waiting for to hand out your certificates. So we're excited. So if everybody could come up to get in their places, we're going to have an assembly line going here.
Right.
Sorry.
Steve's
So-
first in line. Steve's first in line.
Now we're going to be recognizing our current grads and present those in attendance with your completion certificates. To honor all students, as we have some participating virtually, we will read off all the names of the graduates from this year. If you're here in the room with us, when your name is called, please make your way to the right side of the room where Melinda DeLeon is. And families and guests, also feel free to take photos. But after you receive your certificate from Melinda, you'll go here with Ray and Steve for a photo opportunity so you can remember the night. So we'll leap right into it. Oh, also, I did want to say we make every effort to pronounce your name correctly, and Glenn does a great job of it. But any apologies in advance if we don't get it 100% correct. Know that we're trying really hard to get that right. And now for the graduates.
Sean Burgess.
All right. And hopefully you guys make more noise than the electricians and the HVAC folks earlier, so no plumbers can do it.
Nico Camp. Joshua Case.
Oh, boss.
Yeah. Wait, one more.
Zach Davis. Christopher Deck. Tyler Dodd. Robert Dowdell.
Yeah.
Congrats. Thank you. Yeah.
Robert's a familiar face because he just got his HVAC license with us earlier too, so. Congratulations.
Michael Draper. Doug Harley. Jacob Fellows. Jacob Friedel. Dossie Goff. Alexander Gomez. Stephen Hansen. Justin Hastrich. Jack Hernandez Cardenas. Jonathan Howe. Grant Hughes. Noah Jameson. Leland Johnson. Bryce Killian. Jake Kimball. Kamal Kanjahova. Scott Murakami. Lucky Bill Nugent.
Finally, your face, huh? Hey, how you doing?
You ready?
Thanks, appreciate it.
Sergio Ortiz Sala. Jonathan Perriera.
Appreciate it.
Christopher Pons. Marco Portillo Villazana. Austin Powell. Dustin Razor. Kastan Rasmussen. Lane Robbins. Sawyer Rowland. Cameron Russell. Bryce Scheller. Patrick Smith. Donald Starsberry. Stansberry. Russell Steele. Ryan Sturgis. Bryson Taylor. Terrence Taylor. Lee Thomas. Jeffrey Trope. Benjamin West. Tanner Wilson, Tabner Wilson.
I can officially say that the plumbers were louder than the electricians. And the electricians even had twice as many, so you guys are really bringing it tonight, so. Go plumbing. All right, thank you so much for being here with us this evening. Before we go, I do also want to say special thanks. It's so nice to see families and kids here with us. Because I know, you know, we're recognizing the apprentices for the huge accomplishment for taking 4 years and graduating while you're working 50-hour work weeks, probably, and the 5 to 7 hours on top of it. But, you know, it's the spouses and the kids that also supported the apprentices because, you know, you had to be on your Zooms in the nights. You had to be working sometimes weekends or doing your homework. So we really appreciate you guys too, and for what all you've done for your apprentices too. Big round of applause.